Now the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Another chilly evening after what was actually a pretty nice winter-like day, I should say, with temperatures in the low 30s, a little bit 30s, a little melting showing up there, and plenty of sunshine with light wind. That makes it feel pretty decent outside, and folks enjoying themselves at the Village at Meridian right now. They're heated next to Santa's Rural Workhouse right here. Again, we'll have a cold night tonight, but tomorrow the difference is that we start to add moisture, we get some snow, and then we actually warm up. So lots of changes coming in during the day tomorrow. So skies mostly clear, but we have a high overcast beginning to move on in. Those high thin clouds which will lower and thicken, and we're at 29 degrees right now in Boise. Most places in the valley will get cold tonight into the upper teens to low 20s, between 19 and 24 generally in the Treasure Valley. Notice how Mountain Home's down to 27, 24 in Ontario, and again, I just talked about that cold air just kind of hugging the valley there, and that will slow down a snow to rain changeover tomorrow, and that will also make more snow develop to the west. Plus, there's more moisture here, so the further west you go, the higher the snow amounts could increase rapidly. But Mountain Home and the road from Boise to Mountain Home could be really treacherous tomorrow during the early afternoon, mid-afternoon especially. McCall today 15 degrees, cold this morning, 5 degrees this morning. Low cloud cover moving overhead, a nice deep snow cover here. The lake not frozen yet, making for some pretty pictures. Beautiful sunset this evening. A lot of fog in the Stanley area as well today, 18 in the Haley area. We see this purple area where it's cold. A lot of snow on the ground here, higher elevations. Another 7 to 13 inches of snow likely with this next storm system moving in. So what are storm warnings in effect for eastern Oregon? We're talking west of Vail out towards Burns, Baker City, the Blues. At least 4 to 8 inches of snow with the heaviest amounts further to the north. But Weiser, Ontario could get 3-4 inches of snow easy, maybe even 5 inches of snow out of this. Winter weather advisory for the Western Valley and the Western Mountains. More snow to the north. The Treasure Valley, generally 1 to 3 inches of snow, but higher amounts Canyon County westward, I would say 2 to 4 inches is what is likely now. And Stanley, Sun Valley, a winter storm warning in effect, 7 to 13 inches of snow likely with the storm system. So high clouds are moving in right now, but thicker moisture, the deeper moistures to the south and west, that's streaming on in. And there's that just supply of moisture coming right out of the tropics. Coming in from the south typically means rain for us, but we have a strong hold of that cold air overhead. Now it's going to loosen its grip and push back to the north, but the warm weather is going to overrun that cold air, and that means snow coming in. And that snow will come in during the day tomorrow, throughout the day tomorrow. And you see it here on the Futurecast with the cloud cover around. This is overnight tonight. Here's the light snow starting a little earlier tomorrow morning. Could be as early as 7:30 in the morning. We've got a dusting of snow on the ground, and this is even pushing further to the north, maybe even 5:30 or 6 o'clock in some locations. So the morning rush hour definitely has the possibility of getting snow on the ground, and there could be some issues as temperatures will be plenty cold enough for the snow to cause some issues on the roadway. As we get towards the middle part of the day, you see the deeper blues here. That's the heavier snow pushing into the Western Valley here. Moderate snow possibly falling in the Treasure Valley. Early afternoon, that's when the heaviest snow will come down, just before the temperatures get up warm enough that we could get a turnover to rain, as it shows here in the green over northern Ada County, but the snow hanging on in Ontario where the colder weather is. And so it's tough to tell exactly where those changeovers will be. With a storm system like this, lots of times it's Boise to Mountain Home that this occurs. If it occurs 30 minutes later, that's probably another half inch of snow, because the snow will be coming down heaviest before we get to that changeover, just before it. And again, as temperatures rise from the low 20s to the upper 20s, around that 29 to 30 degree temperature, that's the temperature at which, when the snow falls and the weight of your car goes over the snow, the pressure or the weight from your car warms that snow. Because of the higher pressure, you get a sheet of ice developing as the car disappears, because it melts the snow and then it refreezes, and you can really get slick roadways. Those untreated roadways could be a mess. Now, we may dry out a little bit, and then more showers coming in overnight. So we're going to get some rain. It could wash away a decent amount of that snow for Ada County, but the Western Valley is going to look totally different, because it's going to stay white, and then in the winter and then in the weekend, heavy snow, or heavy cold will come in, making that snow just freeze solid. This is 6 o'clock in the morning, and so that's a dusting of snow. And then here are the latest totals on the forecast charts. This blue range here is 3 to 6 inches. You see Boise at 1.3 and Caldwell at 3.6, 4 inches in Ontario, even heavier amounts to the west of Caldwell. So this storm system seems to have more moisture than the last one. Here's my exclusive true view of tomorrow's weather today. Now, temperatures in the Western Valley staying near 30 degrees, 1 to 3 inches of snow for Ada County points eastward, but to the west, I would say 2 to 4 is a better bet towards the Ontario area, and some places could see a little more than that out towards Vail. 4 to 8 inches in the Boise Mountains, but that snow could turn over to rain even in the Boise Mountains. Possibly is up to elevations near Cascade and Donnelly could get a change over to rain briefly before the snow starts to let up. Heavy snow in the East Central Mountains, 7 to 13 inches of snow likely, while in the Magic Valley tomorrow, 2 to 3 inches of snow are likely as rain comes in later towards the evening, but still very slick conditions on the interstate heading in that direction. My extended forecast snow most of the day tomorrow, but could turn to rain in the Boise area as early as 5 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier than that. If it hangs on a little later, it's going to be a messy evening commute, and it will be a messy evening commute the further west you get out of Ada County tomorrow. Rain showers on Thursday, could turn over to a brief period of snow Friday, and then the deep freeze comes in for Saturday and Sunday. If you haven't shoveled by Thursday and Friday, you will not be able to shovel on Saturday because it will be frozen solid.
That's what a big zero means.
That's the big goose egg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Scott.
Scott.
After weeks of rampant